Hello, once again, it's just me, True Assassin, talking to you people out there in the world because it's what I do. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about your officer classes. While I don't have all the info available for them, there are still people who are curious and have questions, so I'm going to do the best of my ability to answer these questions. First of all, this is something that is unlocked at level 22 on newer fields. On the older fields, it's unlocked. It seems to be immediately because my level 15 accounts have access to this. But what you do is you go to your officer tab, and here on the top it says officer on the left, and on the right side it says commander. You tap on commander, and here it will, if you haven't selected one yet, it'll bring you to this screen where it'll show you the Dark Assassin, Intel. Currently, I'm set to Geek, so but if you're looking for when you first come in here, it'll show you all three of them. It'll show you Geek, Dark Assassin, and Intel. Intel only helps you when you're being attacked, so if you want to make yourself a little bit more impenetrable, the best thing to do would be to have really good defense officers, all at rank 12, and then be an Intel expert. What the Intel expert does, this is all for the max effect. Um, your defending troops attack, hit points, and defense all goes up 40%. When you're attacked, the enemy's marching speed is reduced, so it'll take them longer to get there. So that's a plus because it means they're vulnerable for a longer amount of time when they're attacking you. Your defense facilities can be up 20%. The effectiveness of them can be up 20%, excuse me. The skill effect of your A quality officers assigned to defense department are up 5%. I think there is only 2 A class defense officers. Let's actually take a look here real quick. Gallery, defense, excuse me, so there's 3. Captain Glory, Reindeer, and Reindeer X. However, Reindeer X compared to Reindeer is the better one of the two, and they do stack on each other. So if you have both Reindeer and Reindeer X, you could use both of them if you wanted your traits to be up that extra percentage. Going back into here, skill effect of S quality officers assigned to defense department is up 5%. There's 3 of them. Reduce the conversion effect from dead to wounded by the attacker by 20%. So basically, if someone's attacking you with Sally and they have 65% of troops wounded, this would change that down to, it would take 20% of that 60%. And then defense facility attack is up 40%. Now, how this works, once you go into yours, out of all the categories that are available, you're only able to select 3 of them to be active at any given time. So basically, the ones that you select are the ones that are in play. Otherwise, the other skills aren't used. So if you're only looking to increase your attack hit points and defense, just go with those ones like I've done on here. I sadly can't show you the class guides as far as for some of the other things that are on here, because I do believe some of this is actually active without you having it selected in your top 3. I don't have proof of this, as I don't have anything that requires a class guide. I don't have any of the class guide stuff researched because I don't have any class guides. I'd have to purchase those, and currently I don't have the fundage to do so. But once I do eventually either get them through events or whatever it may be, I will share that information with you. So with the current setup of things, by using the lower 5 skills in a combination of the upper 5 skills, it changes your actual potential. Basically, what that means is there's actually 3 different skills that can be available to each commander uh, class, but nowhere have I been able to find what it is. So basically, you have to play around with the matching of them. But with the matching I've done, I've tried all possible combinations with the top 5, and nothing changes. So it is a combination of the top 5 and the lower 5. What the combinations are, I obviously don't know, as I have none of the lower ones unlocked. So that'll be another thing I'll be able to help out with. But I'll be staying a geek for a while, so unless I'm able to somehow obtain some dictionaries, which is what you need to change your class, I don't see that changing. Um, so for geek, everything's still the same. The max on here for your attack, defense, and hit points is actually up to 50%. Your group march, which is after rallying, your troop speed to the destination is faster, so your marching speed is increased up to 25% when to your target. No. Yes. No, to the person doing the rally, your troop speed, your march speed is 25%. Nope, I got these two mixed up. Okay, so the group march is to the target, and the quick rally is to the person doing the rally, and it is also a speed increase of 25%. To me, those aren't very effective. I mean, if you're using a Roger to get to someone, it's going to take 10 seconds regardless, so that's kind of pointless to me to have either of those researched. Devastation. Enemies wounded, conversion from wounded to dead is decreased, so 25% of their people that would be wounded are now dead. The associated leader increases your marching troops when rallying all the way up to 25%. Your powerful penetration, that's funny, is reduce your enemy's attack by 20%, so that would be a good one to have. Your powerful cover is reducing your enemy defense to 20%. And then the powerful support would be lowering your enemy's hit points by 20%. That's obviously up at the highest level of 30. I have no idea how much it would cost to do all that. I'm assuming quite a bit. So that's what you have for Geek. And then for Dark Assassin, and Geek, excuse me, I never even specified. The Geek class is only for rallies. It doesn't help out with anything else. It's only during rallies. So if you're going to be a solo player, you want to do things on your own, you want to be able to hit big people all on your own, your best option is going to be to go with the Dark Assassin. You can still use this if you're going to join in a rally, but the rally one with the Geek here, it increases all of the troops in the rally, not just yours, but everyone. So if you have multiple people with this in there, it'll end up stacking. Even though you can't see it, it will still stack up. So then with the Dark Assassin, as I stated, this is for your solo hitting when you want to do things on your own. The stats here are pretty much all the same as the intel. So if you're attacking someone who's maxed out on intel and you're maxed out on Dark Assassin, depending on what you have active at the time, you're going to just cancel each other out, which puts you back down to square one. So that would be where we're at with that. The only area that it wouldn't cancel out is obviously the Take Lead and Take Lead 2, which is the skill effect of your A quality officers and your S quality officers. So obviously, depending on who you're attacking with, that's going to change what effects you have on the battle between the other person's defense officers. But basically, Dark Assassin and Intel have the potential to just cancel each other out, whereas with the Rally one, there's actually has the better stats in my opinion, but it is only active when you're in a rally. That's all the info I've got on this stuff now. If you wanted to change your class, if you're not happy with what you've selected, or you just want to change things up because you want to do some rallies over the weekend and during the week you want to do some single attacks or whatever the case may be, you can switch your class if you have a dictionary. If you have a dictionary, what it will do is it'll give you back everything you've spent in your current class. So currently I've got 1,300 of these class skill tutorials. I would get all of those back and I can use those in my new class. So anything you spend, you do get back. I really wish they would make something like that for the airplanes. Anyways, that's another story. But currently that is something that is here for your officer class. So if you don't like what you have, or if you want something different based on what you're trying to do at the time, you can get that. It is $100. That's the only way to get it, unfortunately. I do think that they've had it one time in the lottery, I believe, where you have a slight chance of lowering the price, but I'm not even positive if that's where I saw it. But no, I've seen it somewhere before for less than $100. But that's all the info I have on this sucker. So hopefully that helps you guys out and can give you a little bit more insight as far as for what you would like to do. Someday, once I get those lower 5 skills unlocked, I'll try and help people out with figuring out what mixed skills give out what bonus. But it probably will only be for Geek, since a dictionary is going to cost $100, and I would need 2 of those to get back to Geek. So I don't see that happening anytime soon, unfortunately, but someday it will be there. Always feel free to like and share. It's not required. I'm not doing this to become famous. I just want to help everyone out. So, as I stated in my last video, I do have more videos that'll be coming up here. I'm not sure if it'll be over the next week and a half, or how I'm going to do that, but I do have several videos planned. So, just keep tuned in for that. And obviously, as I said before, eventually there's going to be a story time. And I'm really looking forward to the day I decide to do that. I've got a few different ideas in mind. It's not going to be my regular voice that you would be hearing if that is something I decide to do, or when I start to do that. But it'll be a fun time, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, suggestions are always welcome. Hit me up in the game or on line app. My line app ID is born.assassin with another dot, so it's born.assassin. I feel like I'm saying that totally wrong. Maybe it should be born period assassin period. Either way, there's a period before and after the word assassin. That's the most comfortable way I feel saying that. And that's how I'm going to say it from now on. Otherwise, just hit me up in the game. Yeah, that's all I have. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate all of you. And please do tell Sarah Wise hello. She's a really nice lady. Got 5 kids, doing some remodeling on her house. Just living life. Tell her hi. She'd appreciate it. That's her name. Send her a message. She'll be happy.